Okay, good morning, everybody. I wanted to talk about something. I wanted to share a message or just some thoughts with you guys pertaining to a particular subject that I've been thinking about. And it's come to my mind that when it comes to the Most High and everything, it just seems like most people don't care, or they don't, they wouldn't mind listening to what you have to say about the Most High, but I think for the most part, people just, the thing that I've noticed is that, say, when you want to bring up conversation about, say, God or the Bible or the Most High, you really have to be careful about who you talk to about this subject, because from what I've seen, from what I've kind of taken notice, for the most part, I have this I have this natural inkling intuition that when you bring up the subject about God, the Bible, and the Most High, my inkling and my intuition would be that if you don't know a person, say if you don't know them well, most people will get offended by what you have to say about it. Most people will automatically think in their heads, okay, well, they'll have this thought in their head, and they'll think, well, okay, where did you learn that from? Or something like, oh, well, you're wrong about such and such in that book. Like, their natural instinct is to automatically, say you're wrong about it. They won't really give you the time of day to, to talk about, what you've learned within that book, and what you think, is right about it. I think most people will automatically shun you or bring you down about in which the ways that you think about, the good book and everything. I don't know, it's just I think most people will, they will have their image or interpretation of what that book really means, if that makes any sense. So I have to say this again, though. When you try and talk about the Most High and everything, most people will say that you're wrong. Don't mind that, it's just a dog, but he's barking. But yeah, most people will. They won't see your side of, what you think about it. That, they'll automatically judge you for thinking that it's a certain way, when it's not really, it's not really supposed to be viewed in any of these different ways. It's God and the Most High, it is what it is. There's an ultimate source to it. Hold on, you guys. Hold on a second. I'm gonna take this dog outside, and then kind of just continue about what I've been saying. Yeah, I'm gonna take this dog outside. Come on. It's just in the room all the time. He barks at everything. Okay, so like I was saying, if you want to talk about the Bible with somebody and you view it a certain way, most people will, they'll like bring you down about it, because you think a certain way about the Bible and everything, and they try and correct you on what they think is right about it. That's really the conclusion that I've come down to with this whole subject. So yeah, if you guys agree with me about that, that's cool, because I don't know, I just really feel like if you bring up a special or unique way that you think, the Most High and God is and everything, and you try to talk to a random person about how you feel about it, like, they'll automatically get defensive for like no reason. And it's just like, well, why are you getting defensive? Like, we should think a certain way about this thing, right? It's like we should both think like that, that we're right, even though like that person you're speaking to will automatically, will see a whole different viewpoint with it, and they'll try and bring you down because they think that you're wrong about it or something. Something will come up to where you'll be talking about the certain subject, and then like an argument will arise for no reason, and it's just because of the differences in opinion and how each one of you or each person sees something different, and it shouldn't be that way. It should be based off love regardless. It shouldn't be based on differences. It shouldn't be based off this, these differences that one would have with it. It should just, in my opinion, it should just all resonate the same thing to each other. It's like, why does there have to be, a disagreement or argument about what an individual person thinks about what they've heard? Like, it shouldn't be that way. And that's all I really wanted to say. So yeah, it's like if you read the Bible, see, like, I'm not religious. I don't claim myself to be religious. I'm more spiritual. I haven't really read any Bibles or anything, but like, I don't know, I just get the gist of what is being portrayed there. And usually I'll watch other people on YouTube who will voice the scriptures and everything, and I'll listen to that. But I don't go to church or anything because I'm not religious, but I will watch and listen to other people online who who know the scriptures well and everything, and I'll listen. But it's not like it's coming from like an egotistical place. Like, it's all coming from like I'm always learning. I claim to be, I tend to be a sponge with everything, like all this information. that's being presented online. Like I am such a sponge. Like I will take in any kind of wisdom and information about, things I'm interested in. So, but I just had to come with this. I just had to speak on this matter because I just feel like it's so true. Like say something about the Most High and God and everything, and you have your own viewpoints, but say if you talk to a random person about, what you feel is right about it, like most of the time these people will get defensive, and it's almost like they don't want to hear it. And I just think that's so crazy. I just think that's really crazy how like most people will oftentimes combat you about it. See, it's all about a point of view, but realistically, like, the Most High should just resonate with people on a level that's more like heartfelt, like there shouldn't be like any arguments or whatsoever, because like, I don't know, it's like we should all just feel the same thing, but we don't. It's like we should all just feel and see the same thing with that whole thing, but we don't. So I just wanted to come with that message, and I hope you guys resonate with it. It's just something that I had on my mind. So yeah. Alright, that's it for now. Have a good day.